There's so much fear that people feel like they just can't do it. If you're here, it's because you want to be better. And I don't share the traditional Wall Street type stuff. You're not here for that reason. It's because you want to try to outperform. You want a better life for you and your family. And there's no reason why you can't try to target that. I don't believe in dollar cost averaging. I don't believe that you need 50 or 100 stocks in a portfolio, or even that you need 20 to try to outperform and to be diversified. I don't believe in so many of the traditional Wall Street norms because the traditional investor just doesn't beat the market. And when you do it differently, but you have a strategy in place, that's how you can actually outperform. We're taught all of these things that we need to do in the stock market. Don't get emotional. The reason why I absolutely hate this is if you don't have emotion and passion behind what you're investing in, why are you investing? What are you actually investing into? When you're actually excited about your investments, you know how much research you're going to want to do? You're going to find things out about the companies that you're looking to invest into, and you're just going to be so excited that it's going to become fun. And that's what it has been for me, and that's what we teach about. Because it doesn't have to be boring, and it doesn't have to be, oh yeah, you just have to invest into these specific companies or do it this way. There are 11 wonderful sectors in the stock market that you can actually find companies that are leading companies, but also in areas that you're passionate about. Now, you may not hear a lot of this being talked about often, but I needed to get this out because you all deserve to hear this and know the truth. And there's so much deception in the financial industry, in the markets, in the economy, and it just causes people to take a step back and think, all right, you know what? If I can't beat the markets, then maybe I'll just put my money in this or do that because someone else told me that was a good decision to make. The difference between an 8 to 10% versus a 15 to 16% annualized return over a 15-year time period is drastic. It could completely change your life or the life of your family or the legacy that you're trying to leave. It can make such an impact, and you have an opportunity to reach that. But if you start with a closed mind and start with the traditional, well, I can't beat the market anyway, you're never going to get there. And that's just the honest truth. I was super fortunate to start investing at 16. And, I mean it. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. And I found out recently when I was 2 or 3, my parents opened my brokerage account. That's just honest gratitude. If you have children, or if you are thinking of having children, you can open a brokerage account for them. And I'm not an advisor, so I can't, give you advice, but you can open one for them at a very young age. There's so much you can do that's really gatekept. If you're here, it's because you want to be better. And I don't share the traditional Wall Street type stuff. You're not here for that reason. It's because you want to try to outperform. You want a better life for you and your family. And there's no reason why you can't try to target that. Of course, I say all the time, you have to do your research. You have to understand the stock market, the economy, investor psychology. You need to know what's going on, because otherwise you could have the strongest conviction. You could do a valuation. You could think a company is going to $500 that's currently only trading at $200. And all of a sudden in 3 weeks or a month, it drops from 200 to 180. So that's a decent drop, and you get scared and you sell. You know what ends up potentially happening is in 5 years, that company hits $500, but you never saw it through. This stuff happens all the time. All right. I kept this short because I really want to reframe your mindset around investing in the stock market. I want you to realize there's so much deception out there, but you can do it differently. I know you can. You just need to be willing to learn and open. So if this is something that you're interested and passionate about, please like the video and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more where this came from. And truthfully, even though I'm not an advisor, I can't tell you what to invest into. I can teach you how strong stock portfolios are built and everything that you need to know to try to build and protect your wealth over the long term. Thanks for listening.